How do you get her back? Uh-oh. Have you messed up a relationship and you actually want back in? Okay, I am going to be giving you some simple processes that you can follow to at least take the best shot at this, because I understand that, like, you know what it's like. Sometimes you're going out with a girl and you kind of think she's okay, or some stuff starts to annoy you, or maybe something happens and you guys end up splitting up. And then actually, when you're sat there by yourself, you think, uh-oh, whoops, I might have actually left something that was really cool or really special, or in fact, none of the other women that I'm meeting are really comparing to her, so I'd like to re-engage. Now, I'm not saying this is going to work. This is not a bulletproof technique, because you know what? We don't know what's happened to her after you guys have split up. She might have gone off, she might have met somebody else, she might have actually decided on reflection that she doesn't want to know you in that way anymore. And there's nothing we can do about this, but what I can help you to do is put across your case and state what you need and what you want from a situation. It doesn't mean that the other person is going to agree, but it does mean at least that you feel that you've kind of like made your best effort. So I would reach out to her, obviously. Real life is best. That's obvious. If you're ever having a really important conversation, face to face, you'll have so much more impact and it will create so much more presence than just having a WhatsApp exchange or a phone call. Send her a message or give her a call and say, hey, I'd like to meet up and grab a coffee with you, if you'd be open to that. So say it in a way that's quite neutral, that makes her feel comfortable and secure with going to meet you. And go for something light like a coffee, because then you just have a low pressure, short time frame by which you can actually engage in some dialogue. What I would then say is, to be honest, I would just be like, look, I'm going to lay all my cards on the table here. I actually feel that when I was looking back over how things ended, I'm not happy about that. You know, I think I jumped to some wrong assumptions. I think there was stuff that our communication broke down. And in fact, I would really like, in a way, just to begin dating you again. Now at this point, she's probably going to go, what? She might go, yes, my darling, that's what I've always wanted. But she might be a bit taken aback. So this is when you have to give her time to think. So it's also really important, I want you to notice in that phrasing, that you are laying your cards on the table and you take responsibility. I think, you know what, if you have a split and then you come back together, we've got to have responsibility in this, right? Both parties have to own up to how they created that mess in the first place. When you've got that and you can clear the deck and you actually then have a bit more of a clean slate, and clean slates are important, you can then state your intention. And it wouldn't be like, let's go back to how things are, because you know what, you've had a big break and you need to probably really gradually discover how to trust each other again and rebuild things. So I think if that's the case, it's going to be way more sensible for you to say, look, I want to take stuff slow. I'd like to maybe spend time with you regularly, or I'd like to go, you know, I'd like to at least hang out with you once a week and start talking more, and then seeing what develops out of that. And then I would say to her, you know, if she's not immediately going, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, you could say, look, I know this is a lot of information and might not be what you were expecting, so I don't need a decision right now. I need to think about it. Maybe to go and take some time to think about it, and maybe we can chat again in a week's time. Give her time and space in her own company to sit with the information that you've given her, and then you can decide whether you're on the same page. Now, all relationships are bridges built from two sides. You can't build a relationship with one person's super effort and the other person not really being fully invested from the start, full stop. So because of that, what you're going to find is that you need her to be stepping forwards just as much as you and to be open to communicating. Now, sometimes a bit of persistence helps here, so she might not be open to having you back right away, particularly if there was something that happened, some cheating or something like that. So you might need to just gently, on a weekly reminder basis, put the same message out there to her. Now, if it gets to the point though, after a few weeks that you know that she's just not coming around and that is a firm no for now, the best and healthiest thing for you to do is to have a really clean break, actually to withdraw into your own company, sort yourself out, and then you know what, you can take that lesson. There'll be a reason why that relationship ended and you can remember it. And it means that you never have to go through that experience or make that same mistake again. And instead you can actually go off into the future on way better terms. And sometimes that's the right thing to happen. So anyway, I hope you find this video helpful. If you like my advice, you can go to hayleyquinn.com/hermind, HERMIND. And I've got some free videos there which are all about things like what to do if she's thinking about cancelling on you, how to set up a date really effectively, just really good, practical, great communication skills that are very ethical for you to build better relationships with women. So hopefully I'll see you at hayleyquinn.com/hermind, and please subscribe if you like my videos.